Hi, Team Persevere. This week we are going to continue getting to know each other and build our classroom community. And we are going to do that this week by introducing ourselves through artifacts. And right now you might be thinking, Miss White, what are artifacts? I feel like I've heard about those, but they were from a long time ago. Well, artifacts are objects made and used by humans. Artifacts help us understand the people who use them. So some artifacts are ancient. That means from thousands of years ago. So examples of ancient artifacts are stone tools, pottery, and metal objects. A picture of some of those stone tools is in the top image. There's also modern artifacts. Those are artifacts from today. Some examples of modern artifacts include clothing, photographs, toys, and technological devices, such as cell phones and even your iPad. An activity for you. Look around your home or your learning environment for an artifact, an object that represents you. Be ready to share out your item with your small group. I'll begin. I looked around my home for some artifacts, and one that I found was a wooden spoon. And this artifact represents myself because it represents how I love to cook and enjoy learning new recipes and trying new things. So now pause the video to find an artifact from your home or your learning environment to share out. What are some more examples of artifacts in your home that represent you? Use the list on the next slide for some ideas. Here are some ideas of artifacts you could choose. So it could be a favorite book that you have, something that you collect, a favorite game, an object that's very important to you, an object that represents your family, represents your personality. It could be an object that represents a hobby or something you really enjoy doing in your free time. An object that represents something you're good at, or an object that represents what you like. These are just a few ideas to get you started. So now, during independent work time today, you are going to create a brainstorm web of artifacts or objects that represent you. They should be items that you actually own and use. Pick objects that will help others get to know who you are as a person. Each object should describe you in some way. So this is the same list that I just went through on the previous slide. And you're going to write down all your ideas in your notebook and then post a picture of your ideas to Seesaw. This same slide that you're looking at right now is also posted in the Monday assignment folder on Schoology. So you can have this sheet up on your iPad as you are working. To give you an example of a brainstorm web, I have mine here. In the middle, I put artifacts, and coming out of on each line is a different example of artifacts that represent me. So that wooden cooking spoon I showed you in my first example, some other artifacts that would represent me could be a race medal for my half marathon, a Bucks hat for how I love to cheer on the Milwaukee Bucks, houseplants, I really enjoy collecting those, Keurig coffee machine because I love coffee, and a yoga mat, one of my other favorite hobbies. So you are going to create this brainstorm web of artifacts in your notebook and then post a picture to Seesaw when you are done. Thank you, Team Persevere.